Hey, welcome to Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs. It's the middle of March. It's time to get the camper ready for the new season. So we'll start on the inside. So the first thing I start with are the beds. I have all the pillows stored in plastic trash bags, and then I use those trash bags for the beginning of the season. So I started up here, got the sheets on the bed, got the pillowcases, got another couple blankets that go on the bottom here, and then next I'll put the sheets on the bunk beds and the blankets and the pillows and get all that ready. All right, we got the bedding done. So, front bed, 2 sheets, the throw, and then the little flamingo blanket, and then 4 pillows. The golden retriever pillowcases are to honor Harley, the dog we had when we first started camping, but now we have Phoebe J, but that's just to remind us of her. So in the back, got the sheet on. Now we sleep with our heads at that end because we're old and it's hard to scrunch around and turn around if you got to back out of here. So we just sleep in that way. If you're claustrophobic, you might want to do it the other way. We have 2 pillows there. We got the blanket over here. Down below, same thing, 2 pillows, a blanket, and then we also have the extra sleeping bag. So when we fold this down, that turns into another bed if we have extra people. And up in the top we have extra sheets and that kind of stuff. All right, so we're gonna start putting our stuff away. Of course, Phoebe J is here helping me. We finally got a break in the weather. I'm just in a long sleeve tee instead of a jacket. So what I do is I take all this stuff inside in case we get any critters in the camper over the winter time. Now I put stuff in here, try to keep them out. I put some traps around, so I generally don't have an issue with them. But I take all this stuff inside, and then when it's time to start getting the camper ready for the season, put all this stuff in the dishwasher. I have my second load going right now with all the utensils. So we'll put all this stuff away. There's your BBB tip of the day if you're new at camping. If you're going over to someone else's camper for something to eat, take your dish, your fork and spoon, and your plate. Most people don't have a lot of extra plates in their camper, so just take your own, unless you know you'll be using paper or plastic, that kind of stuff. But if we do have extra people over, I always keep this plastic thing of forks, knives, and spoons with me. Always have some napkins there. Poop bags for the dog, not me. And Ziploc bags. Now when you're cooking, if there's anything left over in a smaller refrigerator like you see in the campers, Ziploc bags are a good way to save that stuff, right? You just throw it in the bag, it'll fit anywhere in there, and then you just heat it up the next day to finish it off. So this particular container, put the lid on it. Now there's the lid on it. And those containers fit in here and they can slide all the way over. So this is where I store that stuff. And you can see they slide right in there. So that's where that goes. Now this stuff all here, I even thought about taking some of this out because I got a lot of plates, more than I need, even when the grandkids come. But I have space for them right now, so I really don't have to pull them out of there yet. So this is all going to go, by the way, here's another tip. This is a coffee pot that you just put on the gas stove, a perker, right? Now we usually have our Keurig with us. We used to have an old electric perk that we bring with us. But if you lose electric at your site or you're boondocking somewhere, don't have electric, got to make your coffee on the campfire or on your gas or propane stove. So that's why I always have that here, just in case I need to make coffee a different way, because we can't go without the coffee. It makes me nervous just thinking about that. So that's the first thing we put away. That goes up here in the corner. So I usually have that right there. It's right there in the corner. And then we put the cups and the plates up here. Now, these are all my mugs. These are the Tervis tumbler mugs that we typically use because they're insulated, so they keep stuff colder or hotter for a long period of time. And then we got some camp mugs in case someone comes over, and got a couple of the old tin metal cups that we use. Then we have our plates. These are smaller plates. These are the larger plates, and we got 3 bowls. So not a lot of bowls. I usually put that in there, and you'll notice it fits, slides right in there, like that. And then here is the other set of plates. Put those right in there. So the cups go in that back corner. And then these bowls, we usually just set them inside one of the things, one of the bins. Now I do have a long, like, serving tray that, because these can pull out, it fits behind. That's in another bin that I didn't get to yet, so we'll put that in there when we get that. But that's how all that fits. So here you see these little serving trays, and these pieces were like $1 to $3 at the grocery store. That's why I bought them. And they go up here, right behind these bins. Slide in the back. So they're out of the way. We only use them when we're having a dinner with, you know, a bunch of people. If it's just Marie and I, it goes from the pan to the plate. So, what do you think, Phoebe? Everything coming together? All right. Just got her haircut. You ready for the spring? We got another box to put up in the cabinet above the dinette, up in here. So in this box, I have my Swiffers. So there's a Swiffer right there. It's a good way to keep this clean. The nice thing about this rig, there's no carpet. So it makes cleanup, especially if you go to the beach where there's sand, a lot easier. So we have those. I have some Lysol wipes. Got some extra Band-Aids. I have a first aid kit that goes in the bathroom, but I carry extra. And then they found these things come in handy all the time. These are those like wire wraps that you can wrap around things to keep them from falling apart. My son got these for us, and they really come in handy in the camper. So I keep them in there with a pair of pliers. Gorilla Glue fixes everything. What I'll do, because this box is used more than this box, I'll put this one in the center and this one right here. So that's where they're going to go, in there. So let's close it up and put it in there. There we go. So they're in there. So now let's talk about those bins that go up in the top and the kinds of things that we have. So I said the empty ones will go up there, right? So there's an empty one. There's an empty one. Now this one has stuff in it. Let me just show you. These is our picnic table cover and the bench covers and the clips that hold them on. Depending on the campsite that you're in, we've had great picnic tables. We've had tables, you know, that were a little iffy. So we like to put those on, you know, if the table's a little iffy, just to shine it up a little bit. And we keep that inside here so we know where it is. So we just put it in the bin, throw it up there, and then you see there's space for one more that goes up there. Typically that'll have towels and stuff like that in it. So we're getting closer. Okay, well, the dishwasher finally stopped running so I could get the stuff out. Now I picked up this little rack where I can separate forks, spoons and knives. Notice sharp knives and butter knives are all in there. And these are very important for Marie. A couple of wine bottle openers, just in case one breaks, we have a spare. It's got some shot glasses there. I have this piece here just for some, you know, the can openers and a couple pair of scissors. And then here are all the larger utensils that don't fit in this. And these pans, I keep these in here because the oven, it's good for like pizzas and making cookies and stuff like that. So if you have like the Elio's frozen pizza, you can put the squares on here and stick them in the oven to work. And that all goes in these drawers. So this one goes in here, and then this goes right in the front. And then I can put stuff here if I want to. And then down here, I put the pans. I also have wood chopping blocks that are drying that go in here, and my rack for my electric skillet that allows me to bake in the electric skillet, that goes in here. So, you know, kind of the bulkier, larger things go in here. For safety purposes, so no one reaches in and doesn't see that knife, put the big knife right there. Hi Phoebe, we're still putting stuff away and organizing in the front, huh? Organizing inside the camper. So in here, a lot of the movies that we watch and the kids watch, I'll rotate these out. So these go right in here. Also, here's the TV remote. So that goes in there also. So that goes right in that corner, and you see I have room for one more small box that goes there. Next up will be the storage underneath the bed. So here you can see underneath the bed, it's a huge pass-through. So all my outside containers, the ones that have the sewer hookup stuff, the water hookup stuff, the site setup stuff, and the electric stuff, that all goes up along the front there so I can access it from outside. But in the front part here, I put our pots and pans, and also our rain gear goes in there, so it's just a convenient place to store it. So we'll see how that goes. So these are the bins that I store under there, and this is our rain gear. So this is my, you can see it right on there, my frogs are on top. And then I got the rest of rain pants and rain jackets in there, so if we get caught in the rain, we have a way to still function. And you can see it fits right in there, and I got room probably for 2 more in here. So here you can see this is the bin for my pots and pans. I have a deep one for making soup. I got a couple of fry pans, a couple of lids, a small pot, and then this little pan, fun to make like eggs or crepes or something like that in there. So that's all going to fit in here, and then we'll put this in the camper. So there you see the pots and pans stored underneath the bed. There you see our final bin, that blue empty bin. We actually use that as a hamper. So we'll throw, you know, our clothes in there until we get to wash them. If it's just a weekend, we don't bother washing them at the campground, but if we're on a longer trip, that comes in handy. Couple appliances we take. This is our fake Keurig. So this is it's a Keurig coffee maker, but not by Keurig. This I got at Walmart for like 18 bucks. It's lasted longer than any $100 Keurig I've ever owned. We have our crock pot, small crock pot, and we have our fry pan. So I don't use these things all the time. Probably use this more than the crock pot. But as we take longer trips, this will come in more handy. And we store these items right here under there, and the coffee maker goes right down here. So that's where the coffee maker goes. Now these cabinets under here we can access from here, or we can take the seat cushions off and access them that way. Just to give you a good view of how we store things. That is actually a tackle box that I always keep in the camper just in case I forget to bring my fishing gear. I have some tackle in here and I have a fishing rod under the bunk bed. Hurry Up Chicken Butt is a game the kids like to play. So there is the crock pot, and there's the fry pan. Fry pan I use more than anything, and of course we can access that because it's right at the front of the door. That's where all that stuff goes. Now, in the bathroom, we always put the trash can laying down on the side in the shower when we travel, and then put the trash bag in it. A couple things I keep in here. The first aid kit. So that goes in here. These are our smell goods that help break down all the material in the black tank, and we pour that in through the toilet. So I usually keep those here because once I flush the tanks, then I gotta put one in there. So when I'm done flushing the tanks, I put it in there so that it splashes around before the next use. And then we can't forget TP. I gotta have a TP. So that gets stored right in there. That's the bathroom. I have a toothbrush that sticks on here. So that's where we keep that. Of course my brush is there. So the bathroom is easy. Now all of our food stuff gets stored in here. Again, you can see I have bins to keep the cans from falling over and doing that stuff. And then boxes of like pasta and things like that go along the sides. And then down here, that little front lip right there, that's where we keep the bottles of booze. So like pasta sauce, you know, you got a lot of glass jars of pasta sauce in the store. I look for the plastic one. I think it's Francisco Rinaldi, but I'm not 100% sure. I have like a plastic bottle for the camper. That's what I buy, just in case that would pop open and drop. You know, try to prevent spills. So got plenty of storage in here for food, and this is a 12-volt refrigerator, so you can see it's pretty big. I mean, we can keep food in here to keep us busy for a week or two. So that's how we organize the inside of our camper. Hey look, if this video helped you, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free, it helps me out a lot. Also ring that bell, you'll be notified every time I put up a new video, and give the video a thumbs up. That helps it be seen by a wider audience. But more important than all that, go have some fun out there. Hey, thanks for watching.